Welcome to my channel Pocket Change Coins, because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're diving into an exciting discovery that has coin lovers buzzing across the country: the United States of America 5-cent coin from the year 1990 with the P Mint mark. This little nickel may seem ordinary at first glance, but wait until you hear about the rare errors and unique details that have made some of these coins worth an unbelievable fortune. Stay tuned until the end, because you'll want to check your change drawer right after this video. The 1990 P5 coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, a facility famous for producing billions of coins every year. Despite such massive production, a handful of these nickels managed to stand out because of fascinating minting errors and variations that slipped through unnoticed. For coin collectors, these small imperfections can mean the difference between a coin worth just 5 cents and one worth thousands of dollars. Every collector knows that rare minting errors tell a story of history, craftsmanship, and pure luck, and that's what makes the 1990 P nickel such a thrilling find. On the obverse side, you'll find the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and one of the nation's founding fathers. His profile faces left, with the word Liberty and the year 1990 etched to his right, while the letter P Mint mark sits proudly just beside it. On the reverse side, you'll see the legendary image of Jefferson's home, Monticello, accompanied by the inscriptions E Pluribus Unum, United States of America, and 5 cents. It's a design that has stood the test of time and remains one of the most recognized in American coinage. Now, here's where things get incredibly exciting: the errors that make some 1990 P nickels extremely rare. Collectors have identified several fascinating varieties, such as off-center strikes where part of the design is missing, double die errors that create a shadowed or doubled effect on the letters and numbers, and even die cracks that appear as raised lines across the coin's surface. These errors happen during the minting process, often when dies were misaligned or overused, and each one gives the coin a unique appearance that collectors can't resist. Some of these coins even show extra thickness on the lettering or faint doubling on "In God We Trust" or "Monticello," a strong indicator of a valuable die variety. For those who are passionate about coin hunting, identifying these special features is both an art and a thrill. When inspecting your coin, pay close attention under good lighting or use a magnifying glass to spot doubling on the inscriptions or fine cracks near Jefferson's portrait. Also, check for any missing details or parts of the design that look slightly off-center. These are signs that you may be holding something truly rare and valuable in your hand. Many collectors who have stumbled upon these errors discovered that their seemingly ordinary nickels were actually hidden treasures worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Demand for error nickels like the 1990 P has been steadily rising as collectors search for standout pieces to add to their portfolios. Auction houses and online marketplaces have seen surprising bids for high-grade examples, particularly those certified by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC. Coins graded in mint state condition or displaying dramatic errors have achieved jaw-dropping prices at recent auctions, proving that even a simple nickel can capture the imagination of collectors worldwide. The beauty of this coin lies not only in its design but in its unpredictability. Every time you come across a 1990 P nickel, there's always that thrilling question: could this be the one? Could this small piece of metal be hiding an extraordinary error or variety waiting to be discovered? That sense of mystery and excitement is what keeps coin enthusiasts searching, sorting, and studying every detail of their collections. So, make sure to check your coin jars, old wallets, or even your spare change from the coffee shop. You never know what treasures might be hiding in plain sight. If you happen to find a 1990 P 5-cent coin with a unique error, take the time to have it authenticated and appraised, because you might just be holding something truly exceptional. And here's the part everyone has been waiting for: the rarest of these 1990 P nickels with distinct minting errors and top-grade condition has sold for an astonishing $66,000. Imagine that, a simple 5-cent coin turning into a life-changing discovery. So, coin collectors, keep your eyes open and your magnifiers ready, because treasures like these are still out there waiting to be found. If you've ever come across a 1990p nickel with something unusual, drop a comment below and share your story. I'd love to hear about your finds. Second rare coin, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about coins in the numismatic world, the United States of America 5-cent coin from the year 1975 with the D Mint mark. This coin, minted in Denver, has captured the attention of collectors everywhere for its unique beauty, fascinating history, and the rare errors that can make it worth an unbelievable fortune. Stay tuned until the end because the final value will absolutely amaze you. The 1975 D5 coin features one of the most iconic designs in American history, the Jefferson nickel. On the obverse side, you'll see the proud portrait of Thomas Jefferson, one of the founding fathers and the third president of the United States. His sharp profile, calm expression, and timeless features have graced this coin since 1938, symbolizing liberty, leadership, and the American spirit. On the reverse side, you'll find the image of Jefferson's home, Monticello, a landmark of architecture and history, standing as a symbol of wisdom and progress. The words E pluribus unum, United States of America, and 5 cents circle the design with elegance, making this coin both a piece of currency and a miniature work of art. What makes the 1975 D nickel stand out, however, is not just its design but its incredible rarity in specific conditions and the fascinating minting errors that make certain examples priceless. While millions were produced at the Denver Mint, only a handful emerged with rare die varieties and striking mistakes that turned them into collectors' treasures. Some of these coins were struck slightly off-center, creating that eye-catching misalignment that collectors crave. Others were double-struck or have double dies, where you can see a faint shadow or doubling of the lettering or numbers, especially around Liberty, In God We Trust, or Monticello. These rare details make the coin's appearance unique and dramatically increase its value. Another highly desirable feature among collectors is the full step detail on Monticello. On most nickels, the steps at the base of the building appear soft or worn due to weak strikes, but a coin that shows all the steps clearly defined is considered a gem. These full steps nickels are extremely rare from 1975, especially from the Denver Mint, because achieving that level of sharpness during production was uncommon. If you happen to find one of these coins with clear, complete steps and minimal wear, you may be holding a true collector's masterpiece. Identifying valuable 1975 D nickels takes a keen eye and a bit of patience. When examining your coin, look closely under good lighting or use a magnifying glass to check for doubling on the letters and numbers. Study the steps on Monticello carefully, and inspect the fields for any unusual lines, cracks, or raised marks. These could be die cracks or planchet errors that make your coin one of a kind. Even small differences can mean a huge leap in value, especially when certified by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. High-grade coins with strong strikes, clear details, and lustrous surfaces are in incredibly high demand among collectors. Auction houses and private sales have recently seen a growing fascination with 1970s-era nickels, especially those bearing the D Mint mark. The 1975 D Jefferson nickel has surfaced in several record-breaking auctions, where pristine examples and error varieties have sold for jaw-dropping amounts. Collectors know that coins from this period are reaching new highs in the market, and demand is only rising as more people recognize their historical and numismatic importance. The 1975 D nickel is no longer just spare change, it's a piece of American history that can turn into a life-changing discovery. Every coin has a story to tell, and the 1975 D5 coin is a shining example of how history, art, and chance come together to create something extraordinary. Whether it's the bold portrait of Jefferson, the elegant Monticello design, or the thrill of spotting a rare error, this coin captures the imagination of every collector who holds it. It reminds us that hidden treasures are often right in front of us, waiting for the right pair of eyes to notice their magic. So, if you have a handful of old nickels lying around, take another look. You might be sitting on something extraordinary. Get out your magnifying glass, study those coins, and who knows, you might uncover a hidden gem that could change your life forever. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the rarest known 1975 D5 cents coin with unique minting errors and perfect condition has reached an astonishing auction price of $94,000. Yes, you heard that right, $94,000 for a single 5-cent coin. It's unbelievable but true, and it's what makes coin collecting such an exciting and rewarding journey. So don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed learning about this incredible coin, subscribe to our channel for more amazing coin stories, and drop a comment below if you've ever come across a 1975 D nickel with something special about it. Your next pocket find could be worth a fortune, so keep searching, keep collecting, and keep the passion for numismatics alive. Third expensive coin, we are diving deep into one of the most talked about and mysterious coins in American numismatic history, the United States of America 5-cent coin from 1964 with the famous D mint mark. This particular nickel has gained incredible attention over the years because of its unique errors, high-grade examples, and the amazing values that some of these coins have reached at auction. So get ready, because what you're about to hear will make you want to check every single nickel you own. The 1964 D. Jefferson nickel was minted in Denver during one of the most eventful times in American coinage history. That year marked the final production of nickels with the original 90% copper and 10% nickel composition before the country began experimenting with new alloys for other denominations. Over 1.7 billion nickels were produced that year, but what makes certain coins so incredibly valuable is not their number, it's their rare mistakes and perfect condition. Even among billions, a few stand out as breathtaking examples of minting precision and unintentional error, turning an ordinary 5-cent coin into a collector's dream come true. When you look closely at the 1964 D nickel, the design instantly stands out for its timeless elegance. On the obverse, you'll find the proud profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, whose vision and intellect helped shape the nation. The words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the year, 1964, are engraved with perfect symmetry, with the small but mighty D mint mark resting just to the right of Jefferson's portrait. Flip the coin over, and you're greeted by the stunning image of Monticello, Jefferson's historic home, accompanied by the inscriptions, E Pluribus Unum, United States of America, and 5 cents. It's a design that reflects strength, dignity, and the enduring American spirit. Now here's where things get exciting. The 1964 D nickel hides some truly extraordinary minting errors that have become the stuff of legend among collectors. One of the most famous varieties is the double die error, where parts of the design, such as the lettering, date, or Monticello, appear doubled due to a misalignment during the striking process. Under magnification, this doubling gives the coin a shadow-like effect that instantly identifies it as a valuable rarity. Another remarkable error is the off-center strike, where the coin design is not properly aligned with the planchet, creating a dramatic and eye-catching misprint that collectors love. There are even reports of die cracks and planchet flaws that add unique character to individual pieces, making them truly one-of-a-kind. Another factor that drives the demand for the 1964 D nickel through the roof is the elusive full steps designation on the Monticello building. This refers to the crisp, complete visibility of all the steps at the base of Monticello, a detail that is often weakly struck or worn away on most nickels. A coin with clear, uninterrupted steps is considered a masterpiece of minting, and such examples are extremely rare from 1964, especially from the Denver Mint. Collectors are willing to pay huge premiums for full steps nickels, particularly those preserved in high mint state grades like MS66 or MS67, as these represent the absolute pinnacle of quality. If you want to check whether your 1964 D nickel could be worth a fortune, here's what to look for. Start by examining the date and mint mark carefully. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to spot any signs of doubling or misalignment. Look closely at the steps on Monticello. If you can count all 6 steps clearly, you might be holding a very rare coin. Check for any cracks, breaks, or irregularities in the metal, as these could indicate a valuable mint error. And remember, condition is everything. Nickels that have sharp details, original luster, and no scratches or discoloration are far more desirable to collectors than heavily circulated ones. the excitement surrounding the 1964D nickel has only grown over the years, with record-breaking auction results fueling the passion of collectors worldwide. In recent years, exceptional examples have fetched unbelievable prices in major numismatic auctions, proving that even a simple nickel can become a life-changing discovery. The combination of history, beauty, and rarity makes this coin one of the crown jewels of American coinage. Every collector dreams of finding one in pristine condition or with a rare minting error, knowing that such a find could be worth a small fortune. The market for Jefferson nickels continues to soar, and demand for the 1964D variety remains stronger than ever. As more people learn about these hidden treasures, competition among collectors intensifies, driving values even higher. So don't overlook those nickels in your change jar or old collection boxes, because one of them could be the key to a remarkable discovery. Whether you're an experienced numismatist or just starting your collecting journey, this coin represents the magic and mystery that make coin hunting so thrilling. And now, for the part everyone has been waiting for, the rarest known 1964D 5-cent coin, with extraordinary minting errors and flawless full steps detail, has sold for an astonishing $150,000. Yes, you heard that right. $150,000 for a 5-cent coin. That's the power of rarity, history, and collector passion coming together in one incredible piece of American art. So, take another look at your nickels. You never know what treasures might be hiding in plain sight. If you've ever found a 1964D nickel with something unusual or you think you might have one of these rare beauties, share your story in the comments below. Especially, we're going to talk about a coin that might just be sitting unnoticed in your pocket change, your old collection, or even your piggy bank, the United States of America 5-cent coin from the year 1987 with the D mint mark. This little Jefferson nickel has become a topic of fascination among collectors because some of these coins hold secrets that could turn an ordinary nickel into an extraordinary fortune. So stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you might just be inspired to dig through your spare change and search for this hidden gem. The 1987D nickel was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the busiest and most iconic minting facilities in the world. Millions of these coins were produced that year, but among those millions are a few extremely rare and valuable pieces that stand apart due to special minting errors and exceptional preservation. That's what makes this coin so exciting, the fact that a small handful of them, born out of mechanical imperfection and pure luck, have now become highly sought-after treasures in the coin-collecting world. Every collector dreams of finding one, and every year, new discoveries continue to surface, reigniting the excitement around this incredible coin. The coin's design is a timeless classic, representing American pride and craftsmanship. On the obverse side, you'll find the familiar and dignified portrait of Thomas Jefferson, one of the founding fathers and the author of the Declaration of Independence. His image has graced the nickel since 1938, and in 1987, his legacy continued to shine through this elegant design. The inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 1987, accompany his portrait, while the small D mint mark rests beside it, indicating that it was struck in Denver. On the reverse side, you'll see Monticello, Jefferson's historic Virginia estate, beautifully engraved, with the words, E pluribus unum, United States of America, and 5 cents surrounding it. It's a design that captures both history and artistry in one small piece of metal. What makes the 1987D nickel truly special, however, are the rare errors and striking varieties that occurred during the minting process. One of the most famous and valuable types is the double die error, where certain letters or parts of the design appear slightly doubled due to a misalignment during striking. You might notice this doubling around Liberty, In God We Trust, or even the date, 1987. These subtle yet distinct differences make the coin instantly recognizable and highly collectible. Another sought-after error is the off-center strike, where part of the design is missing because the coin blank wasn't properly aligned during production. Some of these off-center coins reveal Jefferson's face partially cut off or the edge of Monticello shifted, and collectors absolutely love these unique imperfections. Another incredible variation that drives collectors wild is the full steps version of the Monticello design. Normally, the steps on Jefferson's home appear worn or weakly struck, but a coin with all the steps sharply and completely defined is considered a masterpiece of minting perfection. These full steps nickels are incredibly rare, especially from the 1980s, and when found in pristine, uncirculated condition, they can command massive prices on the collector's market. The combination of high detail, strong luster, and the absence of marks makes these coins shine like jewels in the numismatic world. So, how can you identify whether your 1987 D nickel might be a rare and valuable find? Start by examining it under a good light or with a magnifying glass. Look carefully at the lettering and numbers for any signs of doubling or distortion. Check the steps on Monticello. If you can clearly count all 6 steps without breaks or fading, that's a huge sign of value. Also, look for any signs of misalignment, die cracks, or unusual shapes on the rim or edges of the coin. Even a tiny difference could mean you have something truly special. And of course, condition is key. A coin with full mint luster, sharp details, and no scratches or discoloration will always fetch higher prices among serious collectors. In recent years, coin auctions and private sales have brought incredible attention to the 1987 D nickel, as collectors continue to chase high-grade examples and rare era varieties. Some of these coins have sold for surprising amounts, with strong bidding wars breaking out over top-condition specimens. Experts believe that as time goes on, these coins will become even more valuable due to the growing appreciation of modern-era minting errors. The demand for rare nickels from the 1980s is rising, and the 1987 D stands proudly among the most desirable of them all. This coin isn't just a piece of metal, it's a story of American craftsmanship, history, and chance. Each error, each unique imperfection, turns a simple 5-cent coin into a piece of art that tells the story of how it came to be. For collectors, the thrill of finding one of these coins is unmatched, and it's that sense of adventure that keeps the hunt alive. Every coin jar, every old wallet, and every forgotten drawer could be hiding a small treasure, and that's what makes this hobby so magical. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the rarest known 1987 D 5-cent coin, featuring stunning minting errors and preserved in flawless condition, has sold for an astonishing $71,000. Yes, you heard that right. $71,000 for a single 5-cent coin. That's the incredible reality of the coin collecting world, where history, rarity, and passion combine to create unbelievable value. So, take a moment today to check your nickels. You never know what surprises might be waiting for you. If you've ever found a 1987 D nickel with unusual markings or perfect detail, share your story in the comments below. Next coin, we are diving into one of the most fascinating and sought-after coins in American history, the United States of America 5-cent coin from the year 1943 with the P mint mark. This wartime nickel carries an incredible story of history, rarity, and value that makes it one of the most captivating coins a collector could ever hope to find. So stay tuned until the end, because the unbelievable value of this coin will absolutely amaze you. The 1943 P. Jefferson nickel is not just an ordinary coin, it's a piece of World War II history. During the war, the United States Mint faced a shortage of nickel metal, which was needed for military production of tanks, airplanes, and other equipment. To conserve this critical resource, the Mint changed the composition of the 5-cent coin for a few years, replacing the usual nickel with an alloy made of 56% copper, 35% silver, and 9% manganese. That means the 1943 P nickel is actually made of silver, giving it both historical and intrinsic value. This makes the coin instantly stand out from other nickels and adds to its charm for collectors around the world. The design of the 1943 P nickel remains a timeless classic, crafted by sculptor Felix Schlag. On the obverse side, we see the dignified portrait of Thomas Jefferson, one of America's founding fathers and the nation's third president, facing left with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date, 1943, displayed gracefully. Flip the coin over and you're greeted by Jefferson's famous home, Monticello, a symbol of wisdom, architecture, and legacy. The inscriptions, E Pluribus Unum, United States of America, and 5 cents beautifully frame the design. But here's something special: the mint mark, P, located above Monticello, marks the very first time in U.S. history that the Philadelphia Mint placed its mint mark on a coin. That detail alone makes this piece stand out in the world of American coinage. Now, let's talk about what truly makes the 1943 P nickel so rare and valuable. Among the millions minted that year, only a few possess extraordinary characteristics caused by minting errors and die variations. One of the most famous and desirable types is the double die error, where parts of the coin's design appear doubled due to a misalignment during the striking process. Collectors love spotting these doubled features, especially on Jefferson's eye, the lettering Liberty, or the word Monticello. Another incredibly rare variety is the off-center strike, where the design is not perfectly centered on the coin, creating a distinctive and eye-catching misprint. These striking errors make each coin unique, and when found in top condition, they can fetch mind-blowing prices. Another key feature that sets the 1943 P nickel apart is the presence of full steps on the Monticello building. The steps at the base of the building are notoriously difficult to strike completely, especially on wartime silver nickels. If your 1943 P nickel has sharp, well-defined steps that are clearly visible, it could be one of the rarest and most desirable examples out there. Collectors and grading experts look closely for these details when assessing the coin's value, and those with perfect or near-perfect full steps command enormous premiums in the market. When examining your 1943 P nickel, pay close attention to its overall condition. Coins that have retained their original luster, sharp strike, and clear design details are worth far more than those that show heavy wear. Using a magnifying glass, inspect the coin's lettering and edges for signs of doubling or misalignment. Look closely at the mint mark P above Monticello, as some varieties show repunched or slightly misplaced mint marks, a small but highly valuable difference. Remember, silver wartime nickels often develop a beautiful toning over the years, and in some cases, that natural coloration can actually add to the coin's appeal and desirability. In recent years, collectors and investors alike have been captivated by the rising demand for wartime nickels, and the 1943 P is leading the way. Auction houses and online sales have seen extraordinary results for high-grade examples and rare error varieties. Some coins graded in mint state 67 or higher by professional services like PCGS or NGC have sold for record-breaking prices, drawing fierce bidding wars among passionate collectors. These results prove that the 1943 P nickel is more than just a piece of metal. It's a historical artifact that continues to increase in value and prestige. Every 1943 P nickel carries with it a story of resilience, innovation, and American history. It represents a time when the nation came together for a common cause, and even something as small as a 5-cent coin played its part in shaping the world. That connection to history is what makes collecting coins so special. It's not just about the money, but the legacy each coin carries. The thrill of holding a piece of history in your hand is something every collector understands, and the 1943 P nickel is one of the finest examples of that feeling. So, if you have an old jar of coins tucked away somewhere, now's the time to take a closer look. You might just discover that you've been holding onto a hidden treasure all along. If you find a 1943 P nickel with sharp details, unique errors, or those elusive full steps, make sure to have it graded by a professional. It could change your life forever. And now, the moment everyone has been waiting for, the rarest known 1943 P 5 cents coin, featuring spectacular minting errors and preserved in pristine condition, has sold for an astonishing $200,000. Yes, you heard that right, $200,000 for a single nickel. That's the magic of numismatics, where history, rarity, and passion meet to create something truly extraordinary. So, coin lovers, it's time to check your collections and your pocket change, because the next great discovery could be in your hands right now. Last unique coin, we're exploring a remarkable and often underestimated gem from the 1970s, the United States of America 5 cents coin from the year 1973. This Jefferson nickel, though seemingly common at first glance, hides secrets that have made certain examples worth a small fortune. So get ready, because by the end of this video, you'll be racing to check your change and old coin collections. you might just be holding a valuable treasure in your hands. The 1973 Jefferson nickel carries with it a legacy of artistry and history that continues to capture the imagination of collectors everywhere. Minted during a time of great change in American culture, this coin represents both tradition and progress. The obverse side proudly displays the profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and one of the great visionaries of freedom and democracy. His portrait, designed by Felix Schlag, has been a cornerstone of American coinage since 1938 and remains one of the most recognized designs in the world. Surrounding Jefferson are the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date, 1973, symbols of a nation's enduring faith and values. On the reverse, the elegant image of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, reminds us of architectural brilliance and historical importance, framed by the phrases, "E pluribus unum, United States of America," and 5 cents. But what truly sets the 1973 nickel apart from the millions of other Jefferson nickels is its remarkable rarity in certain conditions and the incredible minting errors that make specific examples so valuable. Collectors around the world are constantly on the lookout for these rare varieties because they represent the perfect combination of beauty, mystery, and chance. Among the most sought-after errors are the double die varieties, where elements of the design, like the date, lettering, or parts of Monticello, appear slightly doubled due to a die misalignment during striking. These doubling effects can sometimes be seen on "Liberty" or "In God We Trust," giving the coin an unmistakable and distinctive appearance. Another exciting type of error that can be found on some 1973 nickels is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin blank, or planchet, is not perfectly centered in the press, causing part of the design to be missing or shifted to one side. These off-center coins are incredibly eye-catching and highly prized by collectors because no two are exactly alike, each one is a unique creation born from a rare minting mistake. Some collectors also seek out die cracks, clipped planchets, or even coins struck on the wrong metal planchet, each of which adds to the coin's intrigue and value. Perhaps the most significant factor that determines the desirability of the 1973 nickel is the presence of full steps on Monticello. The steps at the base of the building are often faint or incomplete on most nickels, but when all 6 steps are clearly visible and sharply struck, the coin earns the prestigious full steps designation. These coins are exceptionally rare and command top prices in the collector market, especially when paired with flawless condition and strong mint luster. A 1973 nickel with full steps and no marks or wear can easily become the centerpiece of any collection. When examining your 1973 nickel, pay close attention to every tiny detail. Look closely at the date and inscriptions under good lighting to see if any doubling or unusual markings appear. Study the steps on Monticello carefully. If you can count each one clearly, that's a major sign that your coin could be something extraordinary. Also, check for unusual coloration or surface texture, which might indicate a minting error or a special planchet composition. And always handle your coin gently, as even the smallest scratch can affect its value. If you believe you found something special, having it professionally graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC can confirm its authenticity and help you determine its true worth. The popularity of Jefferson nickels from the 1970s has been soaring in recent years, with collectors and investors turning their attention to high-grade examples and unique minting errors. Auction houses and online marketplaces have seen fierce bidding wars over rare pieces, particularly those in pristine condition or with dramatic minting mistakes. The thrill of finding one of these coins keeps the coin-collecting community alive with excitement, as new discoveries continue to emerge from old change jars and forgotten collections. Each find reminds us that even the smallest coin can hold incredible value if it has the right combination of rarity, condition, and story. The 1973 nickel isn't just a piece of metal, it's a symbol of American craftsmanship and history. Every curve, line, and detail tells a story about the skill and precision of the U.S. Mint and the enduring legacy of Thomas Jefferson. Collectors love this coin because it combines beauty and historical depth with the endless possibility of discovery. It represents the adventure of numismatics, the joy of searching, learning, and finding something truly extraordinary where others might see only spare change. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the rarest known 1973 United States of America 5-cent coin, featuring stunning minting errors and preserved in flawless, uncirculated condition, has sold for an astonishing $50,000. Yes, you heard that right, $50,000 for a 5-cent coin. That's the magic of coin collecting, where history, rarity, and passion come together to create something truly priceless. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your coins right now. You might be holding one of these treasures without even realizing it. If you've ever found a 1973 nickel with unusual details or a rare error, share your story in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more fascinating coin discoveries, and hit that notification bell so you never miss the next big reveal. Keep collecting, keep exploring, and remember, every coin has a story, and yours could be worth a fortune.